We both know why you're here. You want to be in my business, and lesbians deserve representation, even if it's bad representation. So, today, you're going to be watching me fix my hair, and if you look closely, I only have one set of lashes on, so I'm also gonna fix my lashes on this side. I have this U-part wig from Amazon. It was like $50, and this is not a promotion. I just want to test it out, see if it works. And we're gonna be doing all of that while I share all my opinions about the ultimatum, queer love. Now, what's fun about this is that I have a degree, actually, in doing hair, but only hair that is not mine. You see how this dilemma happens? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have a middle part U part, and then I'm gonna do a side part U part. You get me? Okay. Also, please ignore that little rain sound. I never claim to be professional, and it's raining outside. Now let's get into it. If you aren't familiar with Netflix's The Ultimatum, Queer Love, it's the second season of The Ultimatum, where the premise is that couples come onto the show and one of them desperately wants to get married, whereas the other one is not ready. And so they're giving them an ultimatum. Either you marry me at the end of this, or I'm going home single, or I'm going home married to somebody else here. So basically, all of the couples, they break up when they first come, and then they get to pick a partner that they will spend the next 3 weeks with, exploring love, relationships, and their boundaries, you know? The idea is that after these couples split and they spend 3 weeks with someone else, they will hopefully discover that either their original partner sucks and they shouldn't be with them, or they'll realize how much they love their original partner and they'll go back and they'll marry them. Oh my god, how the am I do this? I'm not talented enough. Oh my. Now, season 1 was heterosexual couples, and maybe because of Pride Month, they decided to do a queer season. But not just queer, they did lesbians specifically. Not only do I not know how to braid, I especially do not know how to braid with nails on. I don't know what. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, if you hoping to see clips and stuff from the show, baby, go to another page. Go to another channel, because I don't got that for you. Netflix play around too much. I don't want no copyright. But there will be spoilers, so if you don't want that, click away now. I'm thinking maybe if I flat twist it, I literally have no idea how to flat twist. Like, I said that like I could do that, and I've given up on the braiding dream. I'm just gonna put it into one. Let's get into our first couple. We have Rey and Lexi, also known as Rey and Lexi on the show. Now, in Lexi and Rey's relationship, Lexi is the one who issued the ultimatum, meaning that she's the one who wanted to get married. Lexi and Rey switch partners, and Lexi ends up going with Mal, and Rey ends up going with Vanessa. We'll get into that later. Now, I'm gonna start off with Rey because I have an unpopular opinion on Rey. I feel like more people like Rey than should. I feel like Rey's whole character arc was everybody was warning her not to pair up with Vanessa because Vanessa is very clearly a bad person. Like let's not even play, right? Very clearly a bad person. I feel like Rey pretends to be innocent while doing dumb stuff. I feel like Rey gets away with a lot of things under the guise of innocence and like solemnness, like looking sad and being innocent. Like basically Rey got fingered, right? She got popped, right? You know what I mean? By Vanessa on the show. And it's like every couple has their own different type of dynamics, you know what I mean? If you go on a show and y'all break up but it's not real to you, I don't know what their agreement was, but Lexi responded to Rey getting fingered like cheating, and that's fair enough. Why, after Rey went and chose to get fingered by Vanessa, why is Rey sitting here crying and huffing and puffing, and I had to call her and tell her because I felt so bad? Stop playing with me. You knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. Y'all, I literally forgot to take out the edges for the damn U-part wig. And so I'm not really a big fan of Rey. I think a lot of the stuff she does, you could tell, or at least she reads very insecure on the show, like afraid to take up space, afraid to like speak. And it's interesting that she chose Vanessa as her partner, where Vanessa is a very, you know, dominating, explosive figure, and so is Lexi, her original partner. I was so interested at like their relationship dynamic because she seems very meek and small and quiet compared to Lexi, who's very opinionated, very outspoken, and to be quite honest, a little domineering. I never saw Rey working with Vanessa, but I also never saw Rey working with Lexi. Now let's get into Lexi, right? Now, I feel mixed about Lexi because I understood her feelings in all of the scenarios that she was in. When she first started speaking to Vanessa and realized that Vanessa was a weirdo, and then when Vanessa and Lexi did whatever with each other, I understood her emotions, but she's like really intense. Like, I feel like she has like different social cues than other people on the show. So like sometimes I just feel like she would say things that were like completely out of place and just did not make sense. So like sometimes she would pretend like she was in love with Maul, but she wasn't in love with Maul. She would just say it kinda. I don't even know what I'm saying. And also, I get not liking somebody. I get not liking a weirdo. Like Vanessa, I get it, but it was sometimes where it was given like bullying. Like it was given, damn, like, are you okay? Like, are you projecting some other trauma onto Vanessa? Like, Vanessa was weird and annoying, but like, I would literally feel bad for her a little bit because they was eating her up, packing her up like nothing. I don't know. I've done something to my head. Let's take out the wig. Those are my thoughts on Lexi and Rey. I just think they both have qualities that completely clash each other, and I understood why they broke up. I got 18 inches because I feel like after a certain age, you get sick of the 40-inch bust down. Like, I don't want nothing touching on my back. Like, give me something cute and give me something simple for the summer. You know what I mean? All right, she's looking promising straight out the pack, and she got bounce, you know? It's feeling good, not tangled, whatever, right? So since we already spoke about Vanessa, let's get into the next couple, Vanessa and Xander. Now, girl, let me tell you, I like Xander. I love Xander. Like, Xander reminds me of every single girl who has ever been in a relationship with somebody who does not appreciate you, somebody who does not care for you the way you care for them, but you still stay and you hope that one day they'll get it. Everybody on that show felt bad for Xander, but like not in like a pity way, but like in a, you deserve so much more than this lady. You know what I mean? Between Xander and Vanessa, Xander was the one to give the ultimatum. They had been together, I think it was 7 years. It was 7 years, and Vanessa was literally talking like, oh, I didn't really think that this would be like a permanent thing. Like, yeah, Xander's cool, love him, but you know, I want to know what's out there. It was really sad to watch, to be honest. That's why it was so refreshing and so lovely to see Xander fall in love with somebody else. Yoli, right? Now, we can't fully get into Xander without fully dissecting what is wrong with Vanessa, because I believe that Vanessa has issues that she does not even understand. Like, she is not capable of depicting proper emotions, because when Xander fell in love with Yoli and she had to come back and be with Vanessa for the last 3 weeks, Vanessa talking about she love her, she realized now that she love her, and nothing in her actions, nothing in her words, nothing in her facial expression gave changed love and like gonna be good this time. You know what I mean? Why it's not clipping? Because my hair is too thick right here. Look. Y'all hear that? I fixed it. So Vanessa is already well hated. Like, nobody likes her on this show, and they all make it really clear, which is fine. Who cares, you know? But it was mad funny to me that even though Xander had fell in love with Yoli, she was still in like denial about the kind of person that Vanessa was. Like, you know, when they would all like group up and try to like tell her about Vanessa, she would get frustrated. She would want to leave the situation. And it's like, mamas, you need to know who you're dealing with. And I already told y'all, Vanessa ended up sharing her 3 weeks with Rey, and of course they didn't develop any kind of relationship. She even said she did not feel anything romantic for her, yet she fingered her. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think you get fingered by people that you don't like that, but whatever, you know. Now Yoli and Xander's relationship, I won't lie, at first I thought they was just playing. Like, I thought they was just like playing it up for the cameras at first, but then you genuinely seen it unfold and I was like, oh my god, the tension. Like, me and my boyfriend was watching it and we was dead, like grabbing each other, like, oh my goodness, are they gonna say they love each other? Like, it was mad intense, and I feel like you as a viewer were rooting for them to choose each other. Now, in order to bring up Yoli, I gotta tell you what relationship Yoli was in. Yoli was with Mal, and now in that relationship, Yoli was the person who gave the ultimatum to Mal. And now I like Mal, but to me, at first, Mal kind of reads as like the kind of player type, don't really want to settle down, don't really want to give you an answer, nothing like that. But nothing she did in the show actually like indicated and told me that she was like that. I think I just kind of prejudged her off of like the way she dresses, because I feel like a lot of like player girls, they be like dressing like that, if that makes sense. But I found that it was actually different for me, because with Yoli and Xander, when they fell in love, I did not care about Vanessa. Like, I was like, yep, that's what you get. I'm happy they in love. Whereas I felt bad for Mal, because she didn't do anything particularly outrageous to be left, you know what I mean? Or at least they didn't show that, to be left. So I felt bad for her, and she was trying to be patient. And like, you're a strong lady, bro. You're a strong lady if you could sit there and your partner is telling you they in love with somebody else. Call me weak. I can't even lift 3-pound weights up, babe, because there is no way you telling me you in love with somebody else and we're gonna get through it. No way. Yeah, I was really happy for Xander and Yoli. More so, I was happy for Xander because she really got to see what it's like to be treated in a nice relationship. I think Xander read as a good person on the show, and I think Yoli kind of read as like, she kind of read as those intense types, like her partner Mal said. She was like, oh, my partner falls hard and falls fast. Like, she is definitely the type to fall in love with somebody in a week. Like, she strikes me as that kind of person. But genuinely, I know other people have other understandings of love, but in my personal opinion, you cannot be in love with two people the same way. Like, you cannot be romantically in love with two people at the same time. So it made no sense to me when Yoli said yes to Mal marrying her, when you are literally in love, thinking of, and always wanting to be with somebody else. And it's like, I get the guilt of familiarity. Like, you came here with this person, y'all been together for years, you feel bad, but I think it's always worse when you do things to make somebody else happy. Because if she would have told her no then, they would have had far less bitterness for each other at the reunion. You know what I mean? Because it was all fair game. If you fell in love and you want to be with somebody else, all Mal could do is be sad. But when you start lying and telling Mal that like, oh, I'm just going to talk to her, get closure, and oh, please don't come with me to join the conversation. Like, it's like you sneak in to be with shorty, and it's like you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? If you can't tell, I absolutely hate straying in here. Like, I just don't even want to do this right now. So Mal is the only person on the show that I felt bad for, and the only person I seen really, you know, understand the premise. Like, she was given the ultimatum and she was partnered with Lexi. And while she was with Lexi, you could tell there wasn't like a romantic feeling there, but she did care for her. She did like really enrich the relationship, and she, you know, took care of her. But she learned in that 3-week trial with somebody else that she is in love with her partner and she wants to make that family with her partner. I just felt bad for her because she was just being mad understanding the whole process, which couldn't be me. But now that I've given myself carpal tunnel after straightening this hair for 30 minutes and it's still wavy. Anyways, I do think it's really refreshing that Yoli and Xander didn't end up together, because I feel like that's the happy ending Cinderella story that we all want from reality TV shows. And a lot of times that's just not how real life works. So I was really happy for what Yoli and Xander had. And I was a little sad, like, oh damn, they didn't choose each other. But I don't know. I wasn't too mad. I'm trying to give myself layers, and I've never done this. So if I mess this up, God bless. Now, we spoke about Rey, Lexi, Yoli, Xander, Mal, and Vanessa. Now what do we have left? Tiff and Mildred they were an interesting pair to me, right? Because when I first seen Tiff, she striked me as immediately non-committal, difficult and, not understanding. But then when I finally understood who Mildred was, I was like, oh yeah, these people is not gonna last. They are both just not all right. Now, between Tiff and Mildred, Mildred was the one who issued the ultimatum. Honestly, on that show, the common theme, like the common sentence that I kept saying over and over is, oh my goodness, this person needs therapy. And the people that I kept saying that about was Vanessa, Aussie, and Mildred. Mildred has like a deep-rooted insecurity, miserableness, sadness, and it is so sad because it is so apparent on the show. Like, I felt bad for her. You could tell that she wasn't being loved properly, and maybe she also had really bad experiences, but like she just came across very miserable. Like, I don't know, and it was like a sad miserable. Like, I wasn't mad at her the way I was mad at Vanessa. It was more like, oh my goodness, like, you need to heal, you know what I mean? Also, I literally thought it was so comical how she excused everything on being Latina. Like, what was that? Like, I thought that Mildred and Tiff were toxic. I thought that Mildred and Aussie were toxic. But I think Mildred and Aussie had a promising start. Like, I didn't think she would really like her, but it seems like Mildred honestly just wants to be loved. So I think she really actually gave Aussie a chance. Now, when Mildred was with Aussie, the dynamic there was, again, Mildred is a little too overpowering. Oh my God, I have this on 450 on my real hair. Oh my God. We don't do that over here. We fry, dye, and lay wigs to the side. The real hair, she don't get nothing over 200 degrees. Anyways, yeah, I thought that Mildred was just way too domineering for Aussie, and on top of the fact that relationship was doomed from the start because Aussie needs serious therapy, and so does Mildred. Aussie, literally, I have never seen someone depict avoidant personality the way Aussie does. Like, everybody avoids their problems to a degree. Oh, you don't want to talk about this now. Literally, the moment somebody tells Aussie, oh, you probably shouldn't have done that, oh, she is so fast out of that room. Like, I've never seen somebody avoid accountability, confrontation, and just problems in general. I've never seen them handle it like that. Them not working out did not surprise me at all in the least. But I should also explain to you Aussie's relationship while we're here. Aussie came in with Sam. And they seem to be such a cute, fun-loving couple when they first came. Like, if you look at the little, the little B-roll clips of, like, just the couples together, they was, like, kissing on each other, loving on each other. I'm like, okay, why are they even here in the first place? Turns out Aussie can't commit because Sam is the one who issued the ultimatum. Now, the hair is a little thin. I'm somebody personally that likes thin hair. It looks more natural on me. I look like a big-headed doll when my hair is too voluminous. And also, I hate doing that. Like, it's mad layers of hair to get through when you got 300 density. Again, Aussie was with Sam, and Sam was a pretty forgettable character until maybe the end, because I feel like Sam made it seem like their relationship was pretty good until she was like, wait, actually, Aussie's a piece of shit. Because when Sam was with Tiff, first of all, Tiff was not vibing with her at all. I think just because she wasn't like attracted to her, she really was not feeling her like that. But they ended up being cool and like figuring out how to cohabitate with one another. So when Sam went back to Aussie, she was on a whole new bag. She was like, oh, I'm not taking this no more. And Aussie was literally like, one day Aussie is gonna snap and she's gonna kill somebody because her emotions are so drastic. Like, from hearing something about yourself that isn't positive to crying on the street is a big jump. You know what I mean? Crying about your childhood is like, she's completely avoiding things that are affecting her very clearly. Like, Honestly, besides Aussie's neuroticism during the show, they were such a forgettable couple. I don't even remember if they were still together at the reunion. I think they might have still been together. But I also wanted to point out how bad that relationship was for Aussie and Mildred, because they were both each other's worst nightmare. Aussie hates accountability, being called out and spoken to in communication, and that's all Mildred does, is call people out. And Aussie leaves somebody, oh, not me giving y'all a finger. Aussie leaves at the drop of a hat. She leaves every time. She does not care. She's not committed to staying. And that's Mildred's fear. She has like an abandonment issue, which is crazy. It got dark. I had to turn on the light. I'm trying to curl this hair like outward. I don't know, maybe like a Farrah Fawcett kind of vibe. I don't know. And it's not doing what I want, and it's actually making me really angry. I think I went over all the couples. All in all, I think that this season of Ultimatum was, oh my god, tea, girl. Like literally, me and my boyfriend, it was multiple times where I would be like, yo bro, this is quality TV right here. Like there's moments where you're like, oh my goodness, like it's tea, it keeps you giddy. I vote, let's have some more gay shows. I feel like the gay version of each show that comes out is always way better. When it was Too Hot to Handle, when that had its gay season, I don't remember the exact name. You know that show where nobody could have, they can't kiss and they can't touch or whatever, and then they have to find their like lover or whatever. That, the gay season of that, 8. This season of Ultimatum was way better than the first season. Let's get gay people in more spaces. That's what I vote. Okay, and this is after 3 million years of styling. Anyways, this is after 3 million years of styling. This is the hair. Anyways, let's do the lashes. We gotta get up close and personal now because it's lashes. Duh, how you gonna see it from that far? Anyways, I'm just using the false Scara glue because it works with anything. And I'm just gonna put one coat on. Oh, shoot. Go down in the DM and go down in the DM. Oh my god, this hair is in the way. Hold on. I'm showing y'all a mirror on my table and I'm looking down. Anyways, I'm using the B&Q lashes. I like them, whatever. I like these a lot because ever since my Lash Girl horror story, I'm sure you guys remember, it's the biggest thing on my page. Ever since that story, I've been looking for alternatives. My phone just buzzed. My boyfriend will not leave me alone. Like, I've never seen somebody so obsessed with me. Yeah, ever since my, like, Lash Girl horror story, I've been looking for other alternatives because I do not want to sit there and be under nobody's table for 3 hours ever again. And these is, like, mad quick and nice. Only thing is they don't last, like, a month, like regular lashes, but it's good enough. I put 5 clusters on and they're fairly small. You could definitely stick more in here. I just don't want to. I hate putting lashes in my inner corner, like right here. They always put so much there and I hate it because I feel like it like tickles and stuff. Anyways, these are the lashes and that's literally it. I'm just gonna seal it with the little seal. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like this style of content. Like, I was afraid to make this video because I like to have more structured videos, but because of that, I don't post as often because I don't do, like, just like, oh, sit down and talk about whatever's on my mind. Like, I feel like that might be boring, but if y'all like this, let me know. Here she is, up close, no flitter. Yeah, okay.